fucking metal once all this is over. Let's take the remains. Put them in there. Close that up. Press the lever. Not process the burn until it contains. Yeah, sure. There we go. Picked up Wires Tonic. Alright, the concoction is completed.
Thank goodness. Now, pay attention. First, feed me the tonic, and then use the saw to remove my head. As the tonic begins to work, you'll be able to cut off my head without taking my life. Then, take my head and bring it with you. As you enter the gate, Alexander is opening in the inner sanctum. What do you mean? Why wouldn't you enter the gate? We can't argue now. You need to act.
Alright, here's the tonic.
Quickly, off with the head. And
Everyone wants me to have his head sawn off.
whatever happens, get me through that gate.
Okay. Where's his head? Oh, there it is. Picked up Agrippa's head. Just staying in my inventory, the severed head of Agrippa. Well, remember to throw it to the portal or whatever. Let's go over this way, and I guess it's finally time for us to go. I wonder if there would be a save file so I can get multiple endings in one go. Well, we'll find out. First, do whatever this is. He had turned angry. It was easy to take her insolence and her, the villain of the story, but she didn't deserve to die. Even he could see that. Yeah. Now it's time to make our grand escape. This way. Alright. Now we just have to input all the orbs and life should be okay. Of course I get hit by it anyway. But hey, do what we must. Hop over the hole. That's not another hole, it's just meat. Let's open this up. Portal time. There's an orb piece. Turn from red to this person. Okay. Tar. They all look different colors here, but they look very blue when I put them down. Alright, this is a piece. Ta-da! Now the portal should be good. Or not yet. Slam this way. Down this way. Oh. Mementos. The ore does not by itself move the barrier. Something must be done with machinery. A mystic barrier blocks passage to the chancel. Well, I guess I know what I'm supposed to do. Now will let me mess around with the machine stuff? I guess now's the time. Of course, you know, I should have actually predicted this was coming. It's always something like this, isn't it? Oh, something the machine's not working. I need to do some magic voodoo and get this thing to going.
He is lying.
What do I have? Hammer, iron bar. Bar somewhere. Here goes my science. Fix. Let's see what's not working here. Alright, do I need to undo this? Find me something big to jam the cogwheels. Give me a second. There might be something up here. I kind of understand what I'm doing. Give me this rock, pronto. Now time to escape before the thing explodes or something. I was about to say, did I hear a monster? But yes, I did. Yes, I did hear a monster. You don't see me, sir. Ah, fuck. Well, my plan was subtle. I know, I have to carry on. Thank you for telling me text. I'm so bad avoiding monsters. I guess that makes sense. I'm kind of trying to decide to make it tougher. Now it's just an Amnesia 1 monster. I'd say Amnesia 1 monster, but it's still Amnesia 1. Not just the regular Amnesia monsters, what I meant to say. Instead of this tougher counterpart. I think they despawn enemies to make them easier when all that happens. If he doesn't turn around, I may okay. If he does turn around, we have to book it like no tomorrow. Or it could be a she. Who am I to judge? Please don't explode the green thing. I could probably book it now. Alright. Make a great effort to go this way. Go through now. Another sanctum obtained. The sight of her lifeless body crippled his psyche. He tried to remove himself from the scene, but he could not. Instead, he fell to his knees and begged her for forgiveness. So how does you're killing some people, sir? Guilt and amongst other things, and you're a monster. Really? Let's go from there. Find out. There's 2 doors. Let's start with this one. It's kind of nice in here, honestly. There's a note.
19th of August, 1839. It's not fair. I'm not to blame. I've been manipulated by that demon. He played my guilty conscience and duped me into facing the shadow alone. That vile, conspiring man. He expects me to meet my death as he steals power beyond imagination? Alexander, I will kill you for what you have done. If only the shadow had caught me in London or Algeria, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. You made me a murderer. A monster. And now, I merely await my death. I am too weak to press on. I can hardly stand as my knees fail me. I cannot see as my eyes are dressed in tears. I am as broken as the men I've tortured. If only I could wipe my fear away, as we did with them.
Yarp. Guilty conscience coming back to haunt him. Well, is that necessary? Guess you have my blood. Let's cross over here. Guess I need to sign over here as well to make the blood or dribble for myself, so yeah. Yeah. Blood sacrifices. Now's the door open. Oh boy. Mementos. The heavy door is still shut. Such a way to open it. Maybe it does. Oh, it does stay in the circle. Ah, that is it. Does that mean it's been activated? Yeah, that torch. Okay, so stand in the ritualistic circle. Just losing my sanity and my health is the way to do it. Just over to the door. Guessing it's been open now. Oh, but of course there's now meat everywhere as well, but hey, the door is open. Sanity and health for sacrifice. Here we are! The Great Chambers. Looks like almost like the order symbol for fucking Silent Hill, but anyways. Sanity doing better? Yeah, it's better with progress. We realized that worked. Let's go inside. All his life, he had thought that he was a good man. Terrible deeds were only committed by terrible people like Henry Bedloe, the bully in school, but now he had seen what he himself could do.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
I guess watch the portal? That's what the portal is, right? So I need the portal to activate. It looks like I can knock these over, but it looks like I need the portal to activate and for me to throw the head in. Is this where the portal is? Maybe. Looks like it. There's anywhere else where it would really open, so... It's just a waiting game. Look up. Nice floating pillars, right where they belong. The floating pillar sky. Let's give this a second. Portal's not yet opened yet. Well, this is quite exciting. Why is he not, like, doing anything? Oh. I guess I walked into that fire, so... Let's wait on out. I'm not gonna push them over, I'm just waiting for the goddamn portal to open. All is good. Slight headache, though. Portal, you are taking your sweet time to open up.
Do you see it? A whole other world. Oh, isn't it beautiful? I can finally return home.
Home, you say? Well, I'll keep on trying to head every once in a while, don't you?
No, you fool! You have ruined us!
Did it. Well, we both go together, it seems.
There he is. Do you see him, Vaya? He deserves so much more. Please, help him. I know you can. Don't worry, Daniel. It will be all right.
So we all lived happily ever after in a spiritual realm? Why not? Now I'm guessing there's two other endings, because we can limp through the portal and it looks like we can knock those beams over. So yeah. Frictional Games production, yeah. Overall I like the game though. Honestly speaking, I think the end parts might have been my least favorite part. What would be my favorite part? My favorite part was probably the part starting with the water monster and then off when you went down the elevator. I was actually strangely fond of the sewers too, which is a bit odd to say, but whatever. Still, overall, I liked it though. To the question, do I like the Penumbra games or Amnesia more? Now I can sort of consult that. To which I honestly have to say, I think I like the Penumbra games more. Not saying that this wasn't good and there wasn't good things about, which I liked more about than Penumbra, because there were elements that I liked more than Penumbra, but yeah. I just thought I liked Penumbra's both story, characters, and even scares more. I feel like some people might disagree with that last point, but I did find Penumbra to be a scarier game than this. I did terribly against the monsters in this game, I also can say, so I guess I'm kind of bad at it. Was there even really a good way to, I guess you're just supposed to hide, but I'm not sure. Still though, I found it to be enjoyable. There goes the voice talent, not very surprising, but yeah. See it all rolling by. Still, found it to be an interesting experience. Look at all them beta testers. A lot longer than the Brennenburg credits as well. There's my last comparison, I swear. I guess now it's to see if I can easily get the two other endings. I'm guessing that was the best possible endings. It involves the whole side quest to get it, so yeah. My guess is that there's two other endings, one if he enters inside the portal, one if we push over the beams or whatever. The end. And there's an ODN 314 there. Not sure what that's about, but then again, Penumbra also gave you, like, weird password things. I guess that's what it's for. Alright, let's see if I press continue. Let's see where that takes me. Hopefully the end of the game and not the beginning. Okay, yes it is.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now?
Looking for rocks.
I, the villain, good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind
I'm gonna
that you see
fucking
no
push over
good
these
in
beams.
me or evil in Agrippa? No, don't do that.
Okay, so we can't just push them over like
I realize you doubt my intentions. Why would I take such extreme measures to save your life? Maybe stop it, Daniel. You are ruining it.
Yeah.
You're so close, I beg you. I'm just like you, Daniel, a prisoner of circumstance, trapped in a world I no longer recognize.
There it goes.
Killed us! You killed us both!
Maybe that's for the best? There he goes. Old meat altar there. Let's see how this one goes.
It was my greatest triumph, and I never looked back.
As I walk backwards.
You think I was afraid, fleeing Brennenburg? Huh. Quite the contrary. I knew it was my purgatory, hellfire made to wash away my sins.
jump over the gold wire barrier.
There's no denying the things I've done, but I have paid my tribute. I gave them that awful man. I did the right thing.
Aye, aye. Good old sunlight. And there you go, another credit sequence. I'm gonna skip through it there because we got one more to go, and there's a different password, like 271. Huh. Alright, now continue, and time to go for what I assume is the last ending, which will of course be the one we have to wait for him to go into the portal, and yeah, probably the bad ending. I'm gonna sit here and do nothing.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
There goes one! So it would actually let me go backwards. Well, nice beam you got here. Be a shame if I were to... I was unstable on the verge of falling over. I'm gonna go over here and see if I... maybe since this portal's already been activated, I can maybe move it around. Let's find out. Waiting for the portal to activate, my friend. It spins those rocks right round, baby. Still nothing much there, but yeah. I do think the rock starts spinning faster when it gets closer to being done. At least I remember them spinning this quickly before, at least some of them. Give it a little bit soon.
Do you see it? A whole other world. Oh, isn't it beautiful? I can finally return home.
His definition of home is different than my definition of home.
But you... sorry, Daniel. You won't be able to enter. You are still tainted, branded by the shadow. It will consume you either way.
There he goes.
Please, let me go! Shadow consumes me.
Thank you, my friend. Your sacrifice won't be forgotten. You will be celebrated forever.
So I guess that was all three endings I could think of that would exist. I kind of already summarized my thoughts. bit overrated, but I still liked it a lot. So yeah, I thought it was an enjoyable experience through. There were some moments I liked far more than others. I feel like I liked the first half of the game better than the second half, but hey, what are you gonna do? Scariness factor was kind of subdued because of how the monster system worked. Because you couldn't really have good cat and mouse games with the monster, which I think is important in horror pacing, in that you need to be put into power and underpower positions, which is fine and all that, but I don't mean you need to kill the monsters, and I just feel like their threat wasn't as serious for two things. First of all was that the only option you really ever had was to hide, which is... But then the hiding mechanics didn't really feel like they were particularly tight. I don't know what was about it. It felt like either hiding was too easy, or the monsters just would be able to catch you before you had a chance to hide. They weren't always in prime positions where there was a good place to hide. So it feels like to counter that, they made hiding a little bit too easy at times. And then if a monster found you and there wasn't really a place to hide or a place to go to, you couldn't outrun the monsters or outmaneuver them in any way or have any sort of chance to get away. And they were kind of a 1-hit kill setup or 1 or 2-hit kills, so you normally would die. So yeah, I did find the monsters themselves interesting, but then I don't even really know what the difference between the, like, 2, maybe 3 monsters. I think there was different monsters in the maze, but I didn't actually encounter it, so yeah. I did actually enjoy exploration, and I think my favorite part was probably the world. I guess the setting was kind of nice. But yeah. And I kind of like it, and it made it fun to explore, so yeah, I guess that would be the part I really liked about it, if I had to really think about it. Still, I did find it to be enjoyable, though. It's just I felt that and also because the monsters would despawn, it seemed, whenever you get caught by them. So really there was no penalty for getting caught anyways. In fact, it'd make the game easier if you got caught. Well, regardless, this has been Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, adieu to all of you.